Welcome to This Week in Astrology. This is episode number 661 for October 16 through 31, 2024. A grand-crossed Aries full moon fires up relationship shadow work in the second half of October. Beyond that, we have the sun entering Scorpio and lots of aspect patterns. Stay tuned to learn how to partner with these astrological energies to improve your life. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm your host, Benjamin Bernstein. I record these forecasts as an audio podcast and a video, so take your pick. The video version includes detailed chart graphics, which you can also see in my written forecasts at astroshaman.com. Be sure to subscribe to This Week in Astrology, and if you haven't already, be sure to click the link in the show notes for 2 chances to win a free Astrology Plus session with me each month. In fact, I announce our October winner during this episode. Keep your ears peeled if you have entered. Also, look for timestamps in the show notes so you can jump right to the day you want. As of October 16th, the moon is waxing. We have 5 retrograde planets and 5 continuing aspect patterns. See details and links to all this in the show notes. On Thursday, October 17, one of 2024's most intense full moons illuminates the heavens at 7:26 a.m. EDT. That's at 24.5 degrees Aries. The luminaries are part of an intense grand cross. Its challenging planets and hard aspects will make sure you get the relationship catalyst you need to unearth old traumas ripe for healing. The good news? If you work with it skillfully enough, you could finally heal seemingly endless suffering once and for all. For starters, any Aries full moon is great for adjustment or release in several areas. These include how you take action as a warrior, pioneer, sexual being, or entrepreneur. Its motto, like Nike's, could be just do it. Aspects. This full moon aspects 7 planets, but the 4 most important planets form a grand cross with the sun and moon, and those are Mars, Juno, Chiron, and Pluto. The moon's tight opposition to Juno, along with the sun's placement in Libra, highlight relationships. Juno is the goddess of committed partnership, while relationship is the best-known meaning of Libra. Shadow work, the art of facing and healing unresolved trauma, is stimulated by the other 3 planets. The moon is conjunct Chiron, the wounded healer. The luminaries square Pluto, lord of the underworld. He watches over the trauma buried in your unconscious, then helps you release or transform it when the time is right. The sun and moon also square Mars in Cancer. Mars gets things rolling, while Cancer is the sign of emotions, including the painful ones. Once healed, these let you experience exuberant, joyous feelings. These might be more wonderful than any emotions you've ever experienced. It's only after diving into the darkest depths that you can soar to the most ecstatic heights. I've been on the spiritual path for almost 50 years and have tried many shadow work techniques. After all this time, my bottom line criteria have become, does this healing approach definitively heal trauma once and for all? And does it do so as quickly, easily, and painlessly as possible? After much trial and error, 2 healing techniques have reliably met these benchmarks time and again, both one-on-one with my shamanic healing clients and in the group processes of my Awakening Plus online membership. One is my free healing invocation. It delegates the healing to your higher self, who does it far more effectively than any human could without divine assistance. You simply invoke your higher self, then hold your attention on the discomfort as your higher self heals it for you. My other go-to shadow work technique is internal family systems therapy, also called IFS. This modality lets you unburden and reintegrate the wounded parts of you that cause your suffering. I consider IFS to be shamanic soul retrieval, but presented as psychology. IFS is usually facilitated by someone trained in this modality. However, you can guide yourself using books such as Self-Therapy, a step-by-step guide to creating wholeness and healing your inner child using IFS by Jay Earley. That's Jayearley. I use a similar approach in my self-guided IFS course, which is included with each Awakening Plus membership. Of course, there are many other effective shadow work approaches. What I can state with certainty is that shadow work need not take forever and need not require any suffering. A core shamanic principle is you have to feel it to heal it. Approaches such as my healing invocation and IFS let you feel the pain one last time without overwhelm, so you can put it behind you once and for all. Intellectual approaches can only get you so far without a feel and heal component. The most awakened people I know make shadow work a regular part of their spiritual practice. They understand that effective shadow work for most people is the best way to accelerate their spiritual awakening. The reason is simple. A higher part of you is already vastly more awakened than your human part. The only thing in the way of your human self's deeper conscious connection with it is your unhealed trauma. Effective shadow work clears the trauma, which automatically opens you to deeper awakening. In my invocation book, Instant Divine Assistance, I describe this using the metaphor of the great onion of consciousness. Most of us have been conditioned to avoid the pain of unhealed trauma however we can. However, it's by skillfully facing and healing trauma that you'll experience the greatest fulfillment, happiness, and spiritual awakening. Other ways to use the full moon Grand Cross. What about relationships that are going well? This Grand Cross can help them rise to a whole new level of wonderful. Chiron can support you in giving healing or wisdom to each other. Libra can help you enjoy beauty and harmony together. In intimate relationships, the two planets of sexuality, Mars and Pluto, can help you increase your erotic pleasure. Pluto can even help you revel in the incomparable ecstasy of soul-blended sex. As noted earlier, Aries is the sign of taking action as a warrior, pioneer, sexual being, or entrepreneur. Stepping into these roles, as well as firing up just about any activity, is supercharged by this Grand Cross. Acting with supercharged emotional potency is supported by this full moon special relationship between the moon and Mars. They're in mutual reception, which means they're each in the sign that the other one rules. Mars is in Cancer, ruled by the moon, and the moon is in Aries, ruled by Mars. Pluto adds additional power to your activities. Other aspects. 3 of this full moon's aspects are outside the Grand Cross. A Jupiter-Moon sextile expands whatever you're doing and can give you an extra measure of luck. It can help you be adventurous and euphoric, and can also support higher-level learning and teaching. A Moon-Uranus semi-sextile can help you express your authentic self more easily and can bless you with intuitive hits to guide you. Finally, a tight Vesta quincunx can inspire you to offer selfless service to a worthy cause. On Friday, October 18th, a Thor's hammer continues the main theme of yesterday's Aries full moon. It puts Juno, asteroid goddess of committed partnerships, in challenging aspects with Mars and Saturn. The Mars-Juno square invites you to turn a corner in your key relationships. Positive relationships can rise to the next level. In your less harmonious committed partnerships, what release or adjustment would be most appropriate? The Saturn-Juno sesquare, that's 135 degrees, scrutinizes the structural integrity of your committed partnerships. If the structure is solid, you can build a deeper foundation or expand its size. If not, it could be time for appropriate release or adjustment. The Mars-Saturn sesquare can create an Energizer Bunny effect. This can give you the endurance to persevere through whatever transformation a relationship might need. This Mars-Saturn-Juno-Thor's hammer lasts more than 3 weeks. It starts today on the 18th, peaks on the 29th, and ends on November 10th. On Saturday, October 19th, empowerment opportunities abound with a Sun-Mars-Pluto T-square that started on October 12th, peaks today on the 19th, and ends on the 31st. Mars can help you step out as a warrior, pioneer, sexual being, or entrepreneur. His placement in Cancer can help you act with emotional intensity. Pluto can boost your wealth, power, and charisma. He rules sacred sex, which can let you and your lover blend your energy bodies for dramatically enhanced ecstasy. A T-square is a hard aspect pattern, so you may also experience some challenge. The lower expressions of Mars and Pluto include domination, abuse, and violence. Try to steer clear of people and situations where this is more likely. Make sure all sexual activity is consensual and serves everyone's highest good. I'll have the rest of the forecast right after this message. Did you know that you have a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to transform your life with an auspicious Gods of Change astrology alignment? There's a very good chance that the most auspicious window of opportunity of your entire life is opening right now, thanks to an extremely rare alignment of Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto in the sky. Click the link in the show notes to learn more, or go to astroshaman.com/special. Again, that's astroshaman.com/special. On Monday, October 21st, a Thor's hammer with Mars, Saturn, and Juno started 3 days ago on the 18th. Venus joins the party today, creating a double Thor's hammer through November 2nd. The original Thor's hammer with Mars, Saturn, and Juno will continue through November 10th. From one perspective, Venus simply doubles down on the relationship theme of the first Thor's hammer. Juno represents committed partnership, while Venus represents all important relationships. These could include spouse, lover, friend, family member, business associate, or open enemy. Venus rules relationships whose absence would make a significant difference in your life, for better or worse. But Venus also brings other important meanings. She's the artist archetype. So this double Thor's hammer could represent you enthusiastically, Mars, and productively, Saturn, partnering, Juno, with someone in a creative project. Venus also rules money, so a similar opportunity could apply to a financial endeavor. With Saturn in Pisces, you two could support each other in law of attraction manifestation or in maintaining embodied awakening. The focus is yours to choose. On Tuesday, October 22nd, two planets with mutually supportive meanings join energies as Neptune opposes Vesta, Neptune 28 Pisces, Vesta 28 Virgo. Neptune represents compassion and unconditional love, while Vesta rules selfless service to a worthy cause. Neptune can also be a font of divine inspiration, showing you where to best focus your charitable energies. Also, on Tuesday, October 22nd, two events with the same interpretation happen today. The Sun squares Pluto at 10:15 a.m. EDT, Sun 29 degrees 40 minutes Libra, and Pluto at the same degree Capricorn. And the Sun enters Scorpio at 6:15 p.m. EDT. The interpretations are the same because both Pluto and Scorpio are part of the 8th letter of the astrology alphabet. Because of this, they share the same meaning. Pluto/Scorpio can invite psychological transformation. This is usually catalyzed by an emotional challenge that stirs up an old trauma. As you know, I've already discussed all this in the full moon forecast. The more you heal your old emotional wounds, the more easily the 8th astrological archetype can fill you with wealth and power. Wealth can be anything you value, while power can be used selfishly or for the good of all. Pluto and Scorpio also resonate with occult practices, which can be done entirely with high vibration, love, and light energy. They also rule sacred sex and all shared resources and energy blendings. Choose your own adventure. On Wednesday, October 23rd, selfless service to a worthy cause is harmoniously boosted by a kite with Vesta and the three outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. What worthy causes are you inspired to support? You have plenty of amplified energy to do so, as the three gods of change support the asteroid goddess Vesta. This kite began on October 5th, peaks today on the 23rd, and ends on November 8th. On Thursday, October 24th, intuitive hits can more easily pop in to guide your actions as Mars sextiles Uranus. Mars, 26 Cancer, Uranus, 26 Taurus. Given Mars' natural inclinations, these activities might involve you acting as a warrior, pioneer, sexual being, or entrepreneur. Mars' placement in emotional Cancer lets you do all this with passion and excitement. On Friday, October 25th, committed partnership gets a finger of God focus as a yod with Juno, Uranus, and Neptune peaks. This adjustment-seeking aspect pattern started on October 14th, peaks today on the 25th, and ends on November 5th. What changes would best support your committed partnerships? Uranus can shake up the status quo as needed and can send intuitive hits to guide you. Neptune can guide you with a constant flow of divine energy and guidance and can help you and your partner enjoy deeper energetic connection. On Saturday, October 26th, relationships, creativity, and money get 10 days of boosted energy. thanks to a T-square with Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. This hard aspect pattern starts today on October 26th, peaks on the 31st, and ends on November 5th. T-squares invite you to turn a corner. What changes in these three areas would best serve you? With Venus in Sagittarius, would an adventurous approach help? The balancing of expansion, represented by Sagittarius and Jupiter, and contraction, which is Saturn, will help you avoid either extreme. On Sunday, October 27th, a T-square with Jupiter, Saturn, and Pallas Athena peaks today. It started on October 12th and continues through November 12th. This gives balanced support to the various manifestations of this asteroid goddess. Do you want to boost your feminine assertiveness, be cunning, clever, or strategic? Or is it time for a win-win outcome through negotiation, mediation, or diplomacy? Also, on Sunday, October 27th, you can boldly proclaim your message thanks to a new envelope. This five-pointed star features Mercury and Mars, supported by Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. It starts today on October 27th, peaks on the 31st, and ends on November 6th. This harmonious aspect pattern also supports passionate learning and communication using whatever assertiveness is needed. With Mercury mostly in Scorpio, it's also great for research, investigation, and detective work. On Monday, October 28th, the double Thor's hammer with Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Juno that started on October 21st peaks today on the 28th and ends on November 2nd. Also, on Monday, October 28th, you can enjoy emotionally gratifying action, guided and energized by an easy divine flow, thanks to a Mars-Neptune trine. Mars, 28 Cancer, Neptune, 28 Pisces. You can also use the smooth celestial support for Martian roles such as warrior, pioneer, sexual being, or entrepreneur. On Tuesday, October 29th, two aspect patterns peak today, starting with a Sun-Uranus-Neptune finger of God. It started on October 15th, peaks today on the 29th, and endures until November 10th. The Sun is the core of identity, while Uranus and Neptune are the two planets of intuition. Stay tuned for flashes and flows of inner guidance. With the Sun mostly in Libra, this finger of God can also energize your relationships and creativity. Make appropriate adjustments as needed. In addition, the Mars, Saturn, Juno, Thor's hammer that started on October 18 peaks today on the 29th and ends on November 10th. On Wednesday, October 30th, intuitive hits could rain thick and fast thanks to a Mercury-Uranus opposition. Mercury, 26 Scorpio, Uranus, 26 Taurus. This connects the planet of mind, Mercury, with the planet of divine mind, Uranus, using the aspect of relationship, the opposition. Think fast. Finally, on Thursday, October 31st, two aspect patterns peak on Halloween. Boo! One is a T-square with Venus, Jupiter, and Saturn. It started on October 26th, peaks today on the 31st, and ends on November 5th. The other is an envelope featuring Mercury, Mars, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. It started on October 27th, peaks today on the 31st, and ends on November 6th. Neither aspect pattern is particularly spooky, but have a happy Halloween anyway. Also, I'm honored to share this recent 5-star Amazon review of my book from Lori. She wrote, quote, Benjamin Bernstein has made this so simple and has offered so much other support via YouTube and website. Bravo, my friend. This is easy, precise, and brilliant. End quote. Thank you, Lori. My #1 bestseller is called Instant Divine Assistance, your complete guide to fast and easy spiritual awakening, healing, and more. If you like to listen, my audiobook is free if you're not yet an Audible member. Instant Divine Assistance is also available as an ebook, paperback, and hardcover. Click a link in the show notes to check it out on Audible or Amazon, or read it in Kindle Unlimited. Would you like to speed up your healing and awakening as part of an uplifting community of dedicated awakeners like you? Then check out Awakening Plus, the affordable online membership that can put your personal transformation into high gear. You can choose from about 15 Zoom calls every month, as well as an ever-expanding archive of more than 725 events that can profoundly change your life. You'll also benefit from 3 major courses and much more to help you awaken, heal, and thrive. By the way, I recently dropped the cost of membership by 33%. This makes Awakening Plus an even more extraordinary value. To find out more, click the link in the show notes or visit awakeningplus.com. That's awakeningplus.com. I mentioned at the top of the show, we have our free session winner this time, and her name is Lorien, Lorien. This is the only Lorien who's entered, so if that's you, pop me an email, benjamin@astroshaman.com, and we will get you set up with your free session. Congratulations, Lorien. And to you as well. Thank you for being here. Once again, I'm Benjamin Bernstein with astroshaman.com. I can serve you with astrology readings, shamanic healing, and one-of-a-kind life coaching. All my one-on-one services are equally effective in person or long distance. And as I mentioned, I run the Awakening Plus online membership for spiritual support. You can learn all about this and more at astroshaman.com. Please reach out if you have any questions. My email is benjamin@astroshaman.com, and my number for voice and text is 828-338-9852. I'd love to connect with you. We are wrapping up. Please leave me a 5-star rating, review, or comment wherever you get this episode to help others discover it. Thanks again for spending this time with me. I wish you infinite blessings as the stars light your way.